Welcome everybody, I'm Michael Niemand and this is Jeff Hill and this is our October Super Saturday.
Michael, can you believe that this is our 20th Super Saturday?
It's hard to believe, Jeff. You know, Jeff, I remember your very first appearance on a Super Saturday.
Carl, some coffee?
Awesome, that's good.
Stevia?
Yep, that's the way I like it.
Good.
You're doing great already. Okay, you haven't done that a lot, I see.
Wow, that was not one of my finest moments.
You know, Jeff, the good news is we had very low expectations, and you've beat them, pretty much.
Nice.
Look, this is our last Super Saturday of 2015, and it has been a great year. We kicked off the year with our very first new leader conference. We were in Cancun for our Success Club trip. We've had 2 Team Cup competitions, our Elite 10 trip to France, Summit in Nashville, and we just got back from our leadership retreat. It has been a busy year.
Boy, it's been a crazy busy year, but we are entering possibly the most important phase of the year because what you do in the next few months will set you up for success in 2016.
No, you're right, Jeff. Every year at the start, coaches set their goals. They always say, I want to be an elite coach, or I want to qualify for the leadership retreat this year, or even I want to be at the new leader conference. Well, all of those, the core of all of those qualifications are elite points.
Well, and one of the best ways to earn elite points is when you and your new personally sponsored coaches from the current year and the prior year qualify for Success Club every month. So that means you want to be adding new coaches before the end of 2015 to build a base of potentially Success Club qualifying coaches in 2016.
Yeah, and all of that starts with getting people results. And the best way to do that is through your challenge groups and connecting people to challenge packs. Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of things coming down the pipe in the rest of this year that should help coaches with just that. So Jeff, why don't you get started with the very first thing on the agenda?
All right, got it. We're a company about getting results, and not just results, but great results. And when we've seen the greatest results occur in our coaching business is during the months that we have either a Team Cup or a Fall Classic. So in the month of November, we're excited to have another Fall Classic. And this is a great opportunity to bring more people into the business. Now, we're switching it up a little bit this year in that last year you could only have 2 people on a team. This year you can have 3 people on a team. So it makes the team a little bit more robust. Registration opens on October 19th and the competition begins on November 1st. Remember that you can only have 1 diamond per team at the time of registration, and really the way you earn points is pretty simple. Success Club points and rank advancements. That's how. But you know what? You can find everything you need to know on the Fall Classic website or the Coach FAQ. So the important thing to remember is get registered, be on a team, because this is a competition, this is an opportunity to increase your results and to develop growth in your business and more leadership. And as we talked about earlier, this is a phenomenal way to end the year strong and to begin next year in the strongest way possible. But before we go any further, we also want to look back and celebrate our last Team Cup winners, because out of over 9,000 teams, this team eclipsed everybody else and won the whole thing. So we want to recognize the team Fifth Harmony with team members, team captain first, Melissa Poitier, Véronique Desjardins, Isabelle Lepine, Martine Rodriguez, Marie-André Lapierre. Okay, so that was my very best French, but more importantly, we want to recognize them for winning the Team Cup in August. It's a tremendous accomplishment. A key to our business is challenge groups and helping people get results through challenge groups. They provide a great environment to experience our culture, who we are, what we're all about. But the success of our challenge groups really depends on our ability to have people in those groups. So it's all about our skill set in inviting. One of the frequent requests we receive is, how do successful coaches use social media to effectively invite to challenge groups? So with that, we've invited Stephanie Davies to share some of her best thinking on this topic.
My name is Stephanie Davies. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I've been a coach since July of 2013. Challenge groups are important for your coaching business because they are a place where you get to engage with your challengers, build relationships, and offer accountability so they can see results. They also offer a great way for you to come up with a system that you can share with your teams so that they can hit Success Club, grow their team, fill their challenge groups, and help more people. When I'm inviting to challenge groups via social media, I use a few different things. I like to focus on sending personal invites, running Facebook event pages, and also the social media post cannot be left out, because that's really the biggest way we can reach people and get their attention by showing them results and getting them into our groups. So I would use a personal message to invite to my challenge groups with people that I've been focusing on engaging with on social media. I keep a list of people I want to work with each month, and I make sure that I'm being a friend to them so that when I do want to invite them to my challenge group, they're not surprised to hear from me. I like to keep these messages really short and sweet and focus on touching on something that is going on in their personal lives, so they know you're not just reaching out for a sale, you're reaching out because you care. And it's also a great opportunity for you to leave open-ended questions so that the conversation can keep going, whether or not they're interested in joining your challenge group right now or maybe a little bit later. So these personal messages are also going to become your follow-up list in the future, which is so cool, because we all know when we've been in this business for a while that no just means not right now. So when people aren't ready, they're going to continue to follow your journey. And next month, when you're inviting to your new challenge group, the program you were talking about might be on sale. You might have different points of communication to bring up with them, and it might be the right time. They say the fortune is in the follow-up, so enjoy these messages and know that they're taking you somewhere and they're planting seeds. When you're creating your Facebook event, you want to make sure you create a public Facebook event. So not only are you going to reach your friends when you're posting in there and they're engaging with your posts, but you're also going to reach friends of friends, because the event is open to everyone. These are such a cool way for you to show what the Beachbody community and energy is like without them getting to see the inside of your challenge groups. It's also a really cool way for you to show value and let them know what they're going to get when they join you. Showing value in your Facebook events can come from simple things like giving them sneak peeks into the workout moves, showing them little bits of the meal plan, talking to them about what's going to come in their challenge pack when they join your group. So the final way I use to invite to my challenge groups is via the social media post. And it's really my favorite way because you get to put the most of yourself into these posts. And so when I'm planning a challenge group, what I usually do is I go back 2 or 3 weeks before my challenge group is going to start. And that's when I start to promote my upcoming challenge group via these social media posts. That gives me time to post 2 to 3 times a week leading up to my challenge group about joining the group. And it also gives people time, once they're committed, to get their challenge packs in the mail so they're ready to go the second the group starts. So how do you create these posts that are going to get the greatest results when you're trying to attract people and fill your challenge groups? So what I think is the most important to focus on first is making your post scroll stopping. It's got to stop and get people's attention before we can focus on telling a story. So showing results, your own, your teammates, results from teambeachbody.com, any way to show someone a real life story and transformation that we can offer them. Once you've gotten someone's attention, then you can tell a story and you can weave in things that you know people are struggling with that you have a solution for. If they're strapped for time, if they don't know what to do in the kitchen, if they need a little support and they need a cheerleader, these are things we can tell them in the post once we have their attention. So keep it personal and get people connected with what this can mean for their life. And one super, super important thing to make sure that you do in your social media posts is you give people a way to reach out to you. As a new coach, one of the best ways to start a ton of conversations for me was putting like this post for more information. This left me with that sick feeling in my stomach that I was going to have to reach out to people that I wasn't sure really wanted to hear from me, but I got out of my comfort zone and more people than not actually did want more information. And worst case scenario, you're building relationships, and I think people really respect that you're bold and you want to help people. So I think what's most important when we're thinking about inviting to our challenge groups is knowing that we've got to try different things and we're going to fail and things aren't going to work, but we have these tools and we get to see what our audience and what the people that follow us are going to be attracted to. And most times you're going to find that it's when you show you and you tell your story and you don't worry about who it's reaching or who might say no, but you're worried about who's going to say yes and whose life you can touch. These are things that I use in my business now that I didn't use 6 months ago. And I'm sure 6 months from now, I'm going to have to come up with something new to try to reach more people. But it's all about that trial and error and putting ourselves out there and using multiple ways to help people. And just leading with ourselves and our story is number one, so that people can see us living, eating, and breathing this, so that when they're ready to make a change, they know that we are serious about this and they're going to reach out to us.
Thanks, Stephanie. Those are fantastic tips, and sure to create lots of new challenge groups. And while we're on the subject of challenge groups, if you were with us at Summit, you heard us talk about our new My Challenge Tracker app, which we beta tested with our elite and 5-star coaches and got some great responses. I had a chance to sit down with superstar coach Christina Delgado to tell us her experience with the new My Challenge Tracker app. Let's take a look. So Christina, we were excited that you got to be one of our participants in our beta test of the My Challenge Tracker app. Now, just tell me right off the bat, what were your thoughts about it?
Well, I was super excited about this. Even though I am not a techie, I'm like the worst when it comes to technology. Finally, I think it was a solution we were waiting for challenge groups to get off of Facebook and into something that was easy for challengers and coaches to manage.
So now one of the things that we were talking earlier is that one of the challenges you've been having is that there are so many people who are kind of exclusively on Instagram that they're not on Facebook. So how does this solve for that?
Yeah, I realized as I started to grow my business on Instagram, and I know a lot of coaches are starting to grow their businesses on Instagram, that many Instagram users aren't on Facebook. So I've actually had to force some of my challengers to open Facebook accounts just to participate in my challenge groups. That's not always so easy to do. But with this, I was able to easily transition them from Instagram into this app where they would participate in a challenge group just like any other person.
Right, now you keep saying the word easy, so I'm assuming it did make the process easier. Talk to me a little bit about the process of how difficult was it to set up a group, to invite people to the group? How does that work?
Easy, because all you really need is their email address. So the coach portal allows you to invite all your challengers to the group, and it lets you set up what kind of group it is, how many people are going to be in it. It's very straightforward. I mean, I didn't experience any hiccups in that process. And then the challengers receive an email with the invite to open up the app, and away they go. They're able to upload their before pictures, their weight, whatever workout they're going to be doing, and so it's very user-friendly. I found it to be very user-friendly.
And you know, that is something that is kind of unique with the app that you can't do on Facebook, and that is that as people are adding data into the app, as the participants are, you're actually able to see that, right?
As soon as you open up the app, it asks you, have you worked out today and have you drank your Shakeology? So it's like, uh-oh, I better get moving. And it allows the coach to really track Shakeology. That to me was critical, because most of the time when you're on Facebook, not everyone is drinking their shake every single day. Well, with the app, now you know whether they're drinking it or not, because that's the first thing it asks them. So I thought that was a critical and very important part of my challenge tracker.
And you know, it's interesting when you can see, oh, somebody has, added a photo or somebody's drank their Shakeology, and you comment to them, suddenly they're thinking, my coach is actually looking at what I'm doing, so I probably better keep doing it.
Exactly. And like we were talking, it almost gives it a more professional feel to a challenge group. I know I'm kind of guilty of some sloppy challenge groups on Facebook where you're just like scrambling and you're not really organized. Well, the app kind of forces you to be more organized. It allows you to upload pre-loaded content, which is cool. Kind of gives it that feel of this is like a real thing that we're doing here, that and so many people use fitness trackers. Now we have one for Beachbody. I think it's a win. I really do. I think it's an awesome tool to have.
That's awesome. As you talked earlier about the notifications. I know I was participating. I was as a participant in a beta group, and I kept getting the notifications, like you said, and it kept saying, "Did you do your workout today?" And I would say, "Skip," and then, but the next day it would come back. And you know what? It convinced me to do my workout and to make sure that I did drink my Shakeology, and it really was a motivating factor, just that simple thing of notifications.
Absolutely. So what I did, I wanted to see what it was like for the challenger as well. So while in the beta test group, I was the coach of the challenge group, but I also signed up as a challenger. So I was able to participate on both sides to see what my customers were experiencing. And I felt more accountable to them. I felt like I needed to be on my A game so that they would be on their A game. And I don't know, the girls that I had in my group, they did really well. All of them, I had a 14-day group. They all succeeded, they all lost weight, and they're all now in a subsequent challenge group with me. So
that's
I
awesome.
think it worked.
And you know, one of the great things is that you can set up, like there's a flexibility that you can set up a 7-day Shakeology
Correct.
group or a 21-day fix group. There's flexibility within the tool.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can have a, program specific. I didn't. What I did was I set up a 14-day mixed group challenge. So I had some girls doing size and I had some girls doing the 21-day fix. Some were just drinking Shakeology. And it worked well because the app kind of, just allows them to do their own thing in the confines of one challenge group.
Well, awesome. Well, I want to thank you for being part of the beta group, and
It's
I
my
know
pleasure.
I'm excited, and I
Yeah.
hope you continue to have great use, and your team has great use out of the challenge.
No, I'm
tracker.
definitely going to keep using it. It's a great tool.
Awesome. Thanks, Christina.
Thanks.
We're really excited about the My Challenge Tracker app and Coach Portal and think it's going to really help you with your challenge groups. And what's the point? It's all about getting your customers results. And one of the key things to get them results, Shakeology, of course. If you haven't had a chance or haven't heard, there's a brand new podcast called Inside Shakeology with co-formulator Darren O'Lean that can be found in the coach's office. Make sure to check it out. It's fantastic. Okay. Now for some new product news. You heard it at Summit when we announced that in December we will be launching the Masters Hammer and Chisel with Autumn Calabrese and Sagi Kalev. Everyone's excited. If you haven't seen the clip, take a look at this.
The hammer and the chisel, together in the hands of a master, can create a work of art to be remembered for the ages. Strength, definition, unquestionable power. The masterpieces of today are not all forged in stone. They're also forged in flesh by pushing iron with sweat and grit and the techniques and precision of experience. If you want to forge a true masterpiece, you need a plan with the heart of a world-class bodybuilder and the proven strategies of a national bikini competitor. And for the first time ever, we got both. That's right, Beachbody, the leading name in fitness, has brought two super trainers together to create one complete program filled with all the tools you need to create your own masterpiece. Introducing the Masters Hammer and Chisel, a breakthrough new 60-day fitness and nutrition program that combines the proven muscle-building secrets of Body Beast creator and world-famous bodybuilding expert Sagi Kalev with the competition-proven sculpting techniques of a national bikini competitor and 21-day fix creator Autumn Calabrese.
I just felt like the two meshed together perfectly. My butt and my legs, they're strong and they're toned and they're lifted. Whoa! Six-pack! Where did those come from?
What makes the Masters Hammer and Chisel unique? On the hammer days, you're lifting a lot of weights. You're gonna do squats, heavy weights. It's gonna build your muscles. On the chisel days, you're gonna sweat like crazy. You're gonna be soaking wet. You're gonna get that sculpted, toned body that everybody wants. If you would have told me that I could go from my before photo to what I have right now in 60 days, I would have said you're crazy. Can't argue with this.
The program comes with 6 hammer workouts that are all focused on giving you power, strength, and building lean muscle fast.
The hammer is going to sculpt your body to a masterpiece.
The hammer is there to use heavy weights and really get that strength training in.
Next, Autumn brings the chisel with 6 muscle-defining and body-shredding workouts, guaranteed to complete your total body transformation.
I want you to work for it. This is how you get chiseled.
With the chisel, you get a full body workout, head to toe, and in 60 days, you get abs like these.
But extreme results don't happen without eating exactly the right portions. And that's exactly what these portion control, color-coded containers and simple food plan do.
Portion control was everything. And I was using my color-coded containers to actually measure out my portions, which kept my food intake under control.
It's really easy. You put your food in your containers, it's automatically the right portion.
I just had to eat the right food in the right portions, and I got these incredible results.
So now you have the master's training tools, the hammer and the chisel, plus the precise science of how to eat for results to create your own masterpiece in just 60 days.
The last time I was in shape like this was never. My butt is lifted. That's pretty nice. And I go like this. Like, look at that. I mean, what are these called? Like Barbie Ken doll muscles? So the Master's Hammer and Chisel has changed my life.
Get ready to create your own masterpiece coming this December.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to get hammered and chiseled. All right, so the Masters Hammer and Chisel is launching in December. It's gonna help us end the year strong, but hey, if you wanna get a sneak peek of it, there are 2 The Masters Hammer and Chisel workouts available now on Beachbody On Demand. Make sure you check it out and get a little taste of what's to come in December. Speaking of fitness programs that are coming down the pipe, we are excited to introduce the new program from the one and only Tony Horton, 22-minute hardcore. Let's take a look.
Tony Horton has toured military bases all over the world, helping troops train to their maximum fitness potential. Inspired by the no-nonsense simplicity of basic training, Tony decided to make it his mission to bring military-style workouts to everyone. Now, it's your mission for 22 minutes to give him every rep. This is 22-minute hardcore.
This is hardcore.
Get some! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
hardcore. It's me, and it's you, and it's real vets. Getting it done. Are you ready? Let's go. Hardcore. Hardcore. Hardcore.
This full body workout, you're sweating, there's tears, you use every single muscle.
It's just like being in the military. When you go down with all that gear, you got to get up and get moving again.
Get on the ground, get on your face, just get it done. Guy's intense.
You need 22 minutes. It is fast. It is simple, and it is intense. Like your morning PT. My personal homage to the men and women of the armed forces who keep themselves in fighting shape.
See the finish line? Do you walk to it? Hardcore.
That's it. Back to basics. I designed 22-minute hardcore without a lot of complex moves. The moves in 22-minute hardcore are set to a cadence. And it's your mission to give me every single rep at my pace.
Come on now. Let me hear it. Get low. Get down. Get busy. It's only 22 minutes. Make it count. This is it. I want sweat.
22-minute hardcore is not easy, but you didn't ask for easy. You asked for a simple approach to fitness that will get you the results without a lot of complex moves. Now fall in line and let's get you in the best shape of your life.
3, 2, 1. Hardcore. Hardcore. Dismiss.
Get Some 2016.
Wow, that's going to be an absolutely incredible program that's coming early next year. But there's a tremendous opportunity to finish 2015 strong right now. When you think about it, we have Fall Classic right on the doorstep.
The My Challenge Tracker, that's going to really help coaches get those challenge groups going.
And the Masters Hammer and Chisel coming in December.
Great stuff.
Well, and all of these are geared towards getting you success. And out of those successes come some great stories.
And Jeff, we're lucky that we have so many success stories in our Coach Network. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at one right now.
I'm Chelsea, and this is my husband Rob, and we're from Orlando, Florida, and we've been Beachbody coaches since August of 2011. During my first 2 years of college, I got wrapped up in the party scene. I was definitely struggling with depression and anxiety and had issues just being in social situations, trying to fit in, trying to figure out who I was. I left school, got a job to make money and pay off my student loan debts that I was accruing without a degree. And I was basically told, well, you're gonna be paid this rate until you get this degree. I was 50 pounds overweight. I could barely walk upstairs and was numbing my feelings with food, and I knew I wasn't going to go to a gym. So my parents had purchased Turbo Jam for me, and the first time I tried Turbo Jam, I couldn't breathe. What really kept me going was Shalene and seeing a positive role model. It was seeing people who looked comfortable in their own skin. I started to see changes in my health and my fitness once I plugged into an online community, especially when I met my coach through Twitter. She was this beautiful, confident, strong, healthy woman, and I just signed up because I wanted to be a part of her circle. I wanted to start surrounding myself with people who were thinking like me and working like me toward the same things.
When I graduated with my degree in education, I came home and I couldn't find a job in education. It was really scary coming out of college because you amass all this debt that you don't really see. I got a job at a bank because it was hiring and it was something that would actually allow me to make money, but my health continued to get worse, and it wasn't until my dad had his heart attack. I was 100 pounds overweight, and just looking at myself 20 years from now and knowing that that was gonna be me. The turning point for me was actually seeing an Insanity infomercial. I got it, I started it, and it was probably the hardest thing that I've ever done, but I kept playing through and I did what I could. The first time that I went through Insanity, I lost 35 pounds. That was really when I was hooked. I knew that that was the program for me, and I knew it was gonna get me in the best shape of my life. A good friend of mine was a turbo kick instructor as well as a Beachbody coach. She invited me to go to an instructor training, and when I went to the training, this beautiful girl was there.
We knew right away, as soon as we met each other, that we were supposed to spend the rest of our lives with each other.
Chelsea was actually the reason I became a coach. She had a goal, and I knew that I could help her reach that goal, so I signed up. And I pushed back a little bit at first because I didn't want to make money for helping people. That seemed weird to me.
So he didn't want to become a coach. He just wanted to help people lose weight and get healthy with Insanity and Shakeology. I had to explain to him those things are one and the same.
When I started seeing people that I was working with get results, it was at that moment that I knew that this is what I was supposed to do with the rest of my life. One of the things that we knew that we wanted to do was replace one of our corporate incomes. And I would say that probably happened about 7 or 8 months after I became a coach. And within 6 months of that time, she was able to leave her job. A month after that, I was able to leave mine.
There was one moment, it was a Thursday morning, we saw our paycheck from the previous week, and
I wrote you a note.
And he left me a Post-it note, and he said, "Your student loan, pay it all, like pay it all." And I think it was $12,000 for that one particular loan, and it was the best feeling in the world to be able to call that company and say, pay it in full. We've been focused so much on paying off student loan debt and credit card debt. We've been in the red. And now we're finally at a place where these paychecks that aren't getting us out of the red, they're going to our savings, they're going toward a house.
I don't think that we would have been able to do this without each other. We always say we try to attract people that are like us, and that's what we always recommend that our coaches do. And when you get to see all of these people who are an extension of her, and it is family, it's not just signing another person and trying to get another challenge pack. It's just really growing and building a family. And I fall in love with her more every day because of what I see her do.
I want to help as many people as possible do this. It's too good to keep secret. I just would encourage people to cut out all the negative beliefs. Start now. And it's gonna be hard, really hard in the beginning, and you're gonna have to make so many sacrifices, but you're gonna be able to completely, design your life. Right now, when you have that feeling in your gut, like this is something that I wanna do, listen to it and go for it.
You know, Michael, one of the things I love most about these stories is you really get a great sense of how people's lives have changed just at the core. But what also strikes me is that in order to get those kind of results, that they've had to do something to get those results. They acted, they made a decision. If you want different results in your life, you're going to have to act. You're going to have to make some decisions. We are at a perfect time to end the year strong. We've introduced a lot of new products, new programs that can help you. So our challenge is take the challenge of ending the year strong.
Yeah, and speaking of ending strong, we thought we would end this Super Saturday with a few words from our CEO, Carl Deichler.
Well, this has been a great Super Saturday, and I get the pleasure of closing it with the lovely, the beautiful, the most recent superstar diamond coaches. I just want to impress upon you how important it is. Everything that you've seen today is about staying in phase one. And phase one is as simple as the vital behaviors. You can't take it for granted. You gotta be the proof the product works. It doesn't matter what quarter of the year it is. It doesn't mean you have to be a six-pack hard body person all the time, but you just stay with it. Stay in phase one. Invite, invite, invite. They're achieving Success Club because they haven't put their feet up. They understand what the mission is. And the mission is not to manage the biggest team possible so that you can get as rich as possible, as fast as possible. That's not our goal. Our mission is help people achieve their goals and lead healthy, fulfilling lives. You wanna invite people. We stay human, we stay vulnerable, and we stay connected. That's why this is a community, because you achieve Success Club, you achieve elite points, you go on trips, we celebrate you, and that's what we wanna do. For the next 10 weeks, you are planting seeds every day that you write 2 or 3 names down that represent prospects that you have found, that you have reached out to on that day. Those are seeds that you've planted. Doesn't mean you need to close them that day or even that week or that month, but they're gonna see that you're the person that cares enough about them to bring up this health and fitness thing in the middle of the fall when nobody cares. But you're the one that's out there and you're saying, hey, have you heard about this program 21 Day Fix? Have you tried this 3-day refresh? Have you tried PIO? Whatever their issues are. And we got these exciting programs coming up with Masters Hammer and Chisel, and just so much exciting stuff with going on into Beachbody On Demand that you have all this stuff to talk about, and people are gonna be like, when it comes time for them, when it's their turn to care about their health and fitness, or they wanna connect their health and fitness and their frustration with health and fitness to a money-making, wealth-creating opportunity that creates a community around them, they're gonna think of you. But that doesn't happen without getting those 2 or 3 names a day, planting those seeds so that come January 1st or February 1st, whatever day it is, you've then built these, you're gonna have 100 names. And they're all gonna be thinking about you, and that's what we wanna do. These are 9 special people, super special, superstar diamond. But what's so special about them is they are just like you. Just be yourself and do it caring about people. If you do it that way, when you wake up in the morning, you go, how can I show people that I care about their outcome? Not about what's in it for you. Not, hey, where's my Success Club point? But how can I serve that person? You're gonna be bulletproof. It's just gonna happen for you. That's what happened for these guys. Outrageously outstanding leaders that do the same thing that we're asking of you right now. And that is stay in phase one. Be the proof the product works. Be in a program. Promote that you're doing that program. Do a challenge group, even though it's October and November and December, and keep inviting. That's it. It's that easy. Oh, do your personal development. We all got to get a little bit better. I know you were all thinking that, weren't you? You're like, he missed one. All right, so we're going to get out there, we're going to do it with energy, and we're going to do it together. The network effect of people helping people just gets better the bigger we get. So let's finish this strong. Let's get out there. Let's not make, today was not a work day. Today was a learning day. The work starts when you walk out of that room and you start talking to people. So let's do that. It takes courage, but I'm proud of you and I appreciate that you do it, and we got your back. We're all in this together. You are bulletproof because you're in it to help people. So let's go do it. Thank you guys, and thank you. Have a good rest of the day.